Welcome, everybody. It's not the soccer playoffs, but it is the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show. Chris Watlington sitting in here for the length of the pregame show anyway with Jason Locke. How are you, Jason?
We are doing fantastic. Beautiful night for baseball.
And it says right there in your screen down below, we love our teachers. Tonight was teacher night. All the different players honored their teachers, and I like what they did. They explained not only what they liked about them, but if they play baseball.
Yeah, and what position the student thought the teacher would be good at based on their athletic ability. That was entertaining.
And why? Yeah, that's pretty neat. So we're here for the second district series brought to you by Farmer State Bank here in the Wright Chrysler Dodge pregame show. We will come back here in just a moment with a little bit of information that you'll need to know as you get ready for the game. But before we do that, we are going to hear from our friends at the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
NETSN and Pineywood Sports Network say thank you to the sponsors who back the Riders all year long. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, always tops in tires, now expanding their service. And Covington Lumber, your third generation supply store and lumberyard. All right, everybody, as we continue to move toward the first pitch, brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank, we continue the Wright Chrysler Dodge pregame show, second series of district, the second game of that series. You saw the first game. What do we need to know if we missed that one?
You know, it was actually a great game for about three and a half innings. The Riders jumped out to an early lead. They put 2 runs up in the bottom of the first. Had bases loaded at one point, stranded a couple of runners. Things looked really, really good. Held that lead for 3.5 innings, and then the wheels kind of came off in the fourth. And they gave up 4 runs, turned around and gave up 4 more in the fifth. So found themselves down 8 to 2 by, you know, the beginning of the fifth inning, or excuse me, the beginning of the sixth inning. They crawled in, scored a couple of extra runs. They gave up another one, and it ended up the final score 9-5. But we were in command for about half a game, and it's just one of those deals where, you know, one mistake led to a second mistake, led to the wheels coming off, and we never recovered.
And that happens more than we'd like to see in the last couple of years, hasn't it?
Yeah, they really handled this Wildcat team well early on. I mean, they were aggressive at the plate. That was the thing we noticed the most. Very aggressive, a lot of hits early, kind of rattled these Wildcats. But once things settled down and you came through the order the second and third time, the game shifted over toward Palestine's way, and we just could not get back on top.
Well, that's happens more than you'd like to see it, and that's what we've got to try to overcome as the rest of the season continues. Here is a look at the district. This is the situation brought to you by East Texas Auto Motor, the official repair shop of everything involved with Rough Rider broadcast. There's haves and there's have-nots in the district. There's 6 teams. 3 of them are 3-0. 3 of them are 0-3.
Yeah.
Palestine is in the 3-0 group. Bullard is playing Madisonville tonight, the blue and red teams, and Madisonville's 0-3. Bullard won by about 3 points last week. And Rusk is 0-3. Hudson, no surprise. They play baseball all year long.
Right.
They're looking awfully good, too.
Yeah, and Hudson doesn't surprise anybody. They're perennially going to be well in baseball, and the guys in Palestine play a good brand of ball. We saw that on Friday night, and of course it's not shocking that Bullard, growing as they are, is doing well and going to continue to do well. I'd be surprised if we see Bullard in the future. That school is expanding and growing so much, not only talent-wise, but population-wise.
You are so right there. They are on a growth spurt if there ever was one. That is absolutely for sure. And we are pleased to have East Texas Auto Motor, the official repair shop, as part of this. The situation, you got to know what the situation is before you can fix it. That's why East Texas Auto Motor.
All right, we need to lose everybody for 1 second. We'll be right back.
And we're losing.
All right, as promised, it was just a brief
that's not
reset.
Bad. So let's hear from the folks that bring us our spring baseball and softball and tennis. We'll be right back. The following fine sponsors back our area teams all season long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Portacool, keeping you cool with the new Apex series. And Sandy Cox State Farm, your county-wide good neighbor. All right, the Ray Jones keys to the game. You've seen these two teams play. What are the keys for the Rough Riders?
Yeah, I think personally I really liked what I saw the first 3 innings of the game Friday. They need to be aggressive, and they need to be aggressive early and get ahead and try to stay ahead. That would be my number 1 key. Number 2 is look, this is baseball. Good things happen, bad things happen. We got to keep the wheels on the car when something goes wrong. And I think those 2 things will keep us close enough. We got a good chance tonight.
Okay. The pregame show is always brought to you by Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Ray Jones, Center Motor Company, and JBA Financial, as well as Center Glass. We'll hear one more time from Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and we'll be back with ready for the game.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
When it's broken, it's got to be fixed. You've got to get from one place to the next. But wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to take out a loan to get it repaired? Don't worry, there's East Texas Auto.
Here at East Texas Auto, you can be reassured that your vehicle will be well taken care of and serviced, as communication and transparency are our number 1 drivers.
Find them on Highway 96 North.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Everything's the same,
And
but
we are
Guerrero
here
is going to
getting
DH.
ready for the game, and we'll series 2 between Palestine and Center, brought to you by Farmer State Bank, and we are going to hear now from Farmer State Bank as soon as I can get back to that screen. It's going to happen soon. I just know it.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Everybody, welcome back. We're going to have playing the national anthem here shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove cover as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, there we go, folks. There's the national anthem. And Jason Locke, I'll let you set the defense for the Rough Riders this season.
Yeah, the Rough Riders in their home whites tonight. They're going to start Mr. Chandler on the mound tonight, one of the left-handed pitchers for the Rough Riders. Lane, of course, behind the dish, catching. Stockwell at first. Greer is at second. Got Wolf over at short. Link holding down third base. Emanis in left. Holloway, Deadaway center field. And Radney wrapping things up in right field.
And, folks, that's our defensive set here this evening, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. This brings us our starting lineups. And we're going to start off with Mutters is going to be back up. I think he had a pretty good night Friday night in Palestine.
Yeah, the Riders, we talked about it, went to the plate aggressive very early, had a couple of three really good innings before, a couple of things went against them and just not able to climb back in it. So Chandler's going to face Metters, Vega, Warren, and Rose. Those are the first four batters. Then Marshall, Jeffers, Ordonez, Connor, and Watcha That's going to be the same lineup they faced Friday night with the exception of the 8th spot. Connor comes in as a DH. Other than that, be the same look that they had Friday night. Almost the same look we had with a couple of exchanges for a DH as well.
Looks like some wind here tonight as well, at least up here. Nothing like what they had down other night, though.
Yeah, we had 15 to 20 mile an hour sustained winds up on top of the hill in Palestine. If you've never been to the field in Palestine, beautiful facility, but it is literally on the crown of a hill. And they had a left to right wind all night that did affect some fly balls.
Yeah.
Tonight we've got a little wind up here, but we're on the hill
Yeah, they're
behind
down.
all the
Yeah.
seating. We really don't see a lot of wind down on the field. Maybe a little bit if it's doing anything, kind of blowing from right center, but it's just a small breeze. The flag is hanging pretty limp out there, so shouldn't be affecting anything. All right, so Coach Metters steps to the plate for the Wildcats. They're going to shake hands. Metters, Vega, and Warren due up. Chandler on the bump for the Riders, left-hander, and here's the first pitch. This is going to be hit sharp toward Link at third, and he makes a good stab for the first out of the ballgame. That's why they call it the hot corner, Counselor.
That's exactly right.
That was
one pitch, one out, though.
That was a one-step catch and dive kind of play.
Got Mr. Ward Herndon walked up here behind us.
Former Rough Rider baseball great. I threw the grade in. You owe me $20. Vega comes to the plate, one of the left-handed batters for Palestine. Takes the first pitch, a ball outside. And that one right down the middle, and there's strike one. So the count now 1-1 with one away. Umpire with a very slow and late strike call.
There's another one right in the same place.
There's strike two. So Chandler with a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. The ball is dropped. Lane's going to go to first for the putout. They do not make the play as Lane threw it off the bag, and Stockwell had no choice but to dive off to make the catch. So a stolen base puts Vega on with one away here in the top of the first.
Almost wonder, can't you tag them out too?
He could tag or he can throw down either way. Chose to make the easy play on the throw, and the ball just got away from him. So that brings Warren to the plate with one out and a man on first. And a hard fastball, swing and a miss. And that ball inside, 1-1. Chandler taking his time with the runner at first.
Yep.
Of course, he's left-handed, so he's staring right at him. Comes to the plate. And this is hit into left field. There's a base hit for Warren. So a one-out single is going to move the runner to second. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Rose. We did not see him bat on Friday night, so not sure what to expect here. But he's batting in the cleanup spot, so probably swings a pretty good lumber. All right, one away, two on. And that's strike called on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Chandler. Saw Rose kind of offer at it and changed his mind. That pitch low and inside, misses, 1-0. Chandler's got a nice little tail on his fastball. Coming off that left side, it's coming in and then it breaks out and away, almost like a, little bit of a slider action to it.
Lots of times your lefties have that.
Yeah, it's just the way it rolls off your fingers from that side, especially against right-handed batters. That one stays outside. Lane had a good frame for it, but not able to pull it back. 2-1 count to Rose. That one skips in, ball 3. Chandler taking a lot of time between pitches, just kind of his style. The Riders going to need him to eat up a lot of innings tonight. Need to get him deep in this game. That pitch low and outside, ball 4. So the bases with 1 out, bases loaded with Wildcats.
Marshall, the catcher.
Marshall swung a pretty good bat Friday night, batting in the 5th spot here. Of course, bases loaded with 1 away. He's going to have a lot of freedom to swing. And Chandler calls time and steps away. And this is hit softly to short. Wolf not able to field it cleanly, goes off the heel of his glove. 2 runs are going to score. That ball would have been deep in the hole. 1 run would have scored no matter what. Just kind of kicked off the heel of his glove there at the end. So 2 runs in here in the top of the 4th. So a 2 RBI single is what that's going to be recorded as. I'm not sure, Counselor, even if he fields that cleanly, I don't think it's an out anywhere. He was so deep and going away from himself. I don't know that he would have even had a chance at third base.
Well, I was kind of hoping Link would go over and stab it, because then I think he could have caught it and come home for the force.
All right, 2 on, 1 out. That one skips in, ball 1. So Greer comes in from second. I think he's probably telling Chandler, hey man, you got to change your release point just a hair. Ball goes past you here and we can't throw anybody out. The last 5 pitches have been in the dirt. Lane's been doing a good job keeping them in front, but a pass ball at the horseshoe is a base, no question about it. And that one's up high, goes to Wolf. Wolf boots that one and recovers and throws out the runner at first with a cannon of an arm. Ball hit the glove and just dropped straight down. Easton with a good job just being able to scoop that up and get 1 out. So kind of salvages the play well there. So 2 outs now. The runners do advance. Not sure what's going on. The runner at first is still, did he injure himself going down the base path? Yeah, he's stretching out like he's hurt. Yeah, I think
he pulled his hammy.
Looks like he pulled that left hammy a little bit. That's no fun.
Yeah,
I think he was
time to get back to his base.
Hurts. He was hustling down first base. I think he stretched, trying to reach for the bag, trying to beat Wolf's throw, and might have stretched a little much. So hate to see that. All right, runners at second and third, 2 outs now, changes the metric.
Man, what a throw by Wolf. I didn't think there would be any way he'd get that runner at first.
Well, and the surprising thing, a strike one from Chandler. Surprising thing is because he had to reach back and find the ball off the ground, he was on the back of his heels. That was 100% arm and was still able to get it across. And this is a little flare foul down the right field line, so it's 0-2.
Beautiful night here. Oh, there's a nice pitch. They had that movement you were talking about a lot.
Yeah, and the batter just able, that's Ordonez, which we saw him play some pretty good ball Friday night, just able to get a piece of that. That pitch was dropping and moving. Chandler's got good stuff tonight. It's just the ball is a little low in the zone, so he's missed some strikes. And that one inside Lane with a fantastic job keeping that out there because he's got a runner 90 feet away. Yeah, you always tell your pitchers you want to pitch low. You want to stay low. You don't get hurt low, but you can't be in the dirt. Chandler's going to have to bring it up just a little. And there it is, that low fastball, strike 3, a twice the ice strikeout for Chandler, his first of the game. Well, Counselor, where do we end up?
Well, they're going to get 2 runs off of 1 hit and lead 2-0 after the first. And we'll come back for more right after this.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas has all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trip. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place. People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors. For paint, it's Covington's.
Imagine what it would be like to be your tire.
That's not good, man. Watch where you're going.
It ain't easy work, so you don't want to trust it to just any old tire. No, you take your car and truck to Center Tire. It's an old tradition with a new chapter under Trey Burns, because being a tire is hard work.
Are we there yet?
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We get ready to go to the bottom of the first. And it's going to be, we'll get our lineup in here.
So Riders are going to send Greer, Link, and Wolf to the plate. get things going. We've got Rose on the mound tonight for the Wildcats. We did not see Rose play the other night, obviously, so not sure what he's got. He is a righty facing Greer, who is a lefty. And that's going to be a strike under the hands of Greer. Comes right back with the same pitch and a swing and a miss. Greer's down in the count, 0-2. Goes outside and misses, 1-2. We were kind of wondering about 2 o'clock today whether we were going to have lights for the game.
Yeah.
Had a major blackout here in town. The substation went down. And a swing and a miss. Greer's down on strikes. A little off-speed stuff from Rose.
Yeah.
Got Greer leaning a little bit.
Now batting, number 4.
Yeah, had a, I don't know what, maybe a 2.5 hour blackout for most of center today. Finally got power on about 2:30ish. Well, the Riders are not going to play on Good Friday this week. We'll give you a little more of the schedule change here in just a minute. Link's at the plate, and he takes a strike outside. Fastball in the dirt, 1-1.
Rose works pretty fast. Much faster than the pitchers we saw last Friday.
Oh. Ooh, that pitch was low and outside, but framed well by Marshall, and he got the call. So Link down in the count, 0-2. Comes back with an off-speed pitch. I think that's a changeup. It's not a curveball. Doesn't have any break on it. Link able to foul that away down the third baseline to stay alive. Comes out of the same arm motion. It sure looks good.
Yep.
Goes back outside, fastball misses, 2-2. Link rips this into left center. That's a base hit for Sutton Link. That was a fine piece of hitting. Boy, he took a fastball and gave it all he had. Well hit. Link starting the game off tonight just as aggressive as he did Friday night. So Wolf comes to the plate. He's got Link standing at first base with one out. Gets his signals from Coach Greer. We'll see. The Riders played a little small ball. Wildcats played a little small ball early in the game Friday night.
Yeah.
We'll see if both teams.
Don't know you take the bat out of Wolf's hand.
No. I think Wolf's swinging all the way. They did pick Link at first. He's back safe. I don't think they're going to do anything the first inning. But you got to get your signals in to kind of get in the rhythm. Long look by Rose and comes inside. That was a curveball that did not break. Wolf just able to scoot back and miss that one. They pick one again, and the ball gets away. Link's going to get a free base.
Again,
Link
like
might get two.
Yeah,
he rounds and heads for third, and he is going to be in safe. That ball went past first and then hit the fence and went down the fence toward right field, and Link got two free bags.
Well, we talked about here, there's so much foul territory here that anything like that, and it's not going to bounce out, out of play. It's just going to rebound and go down the field. So we see that with
Well, and the right fielder is playing pretty deep against a right-handed batter. I mean, he's playing way back. This is a curveball ripped in the hole. The shortstop gets there, but Link is going to score, and it pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Wolf is on with an RBI single.
Number 23.
So the Riders set that up well with Link being able to steal all the way to third.
Now batting.
Easton ripped that pitch. The shortstop got there, but he was a foot on the grass. He tried the old jump throw and threw it away at first base. All right, so the Riders are on the board. Stockwell comes to the plate with Wolf at first. Ball one. Wolf's going. The throw to second is on time but late, and Wolf steals a bag. Good throw on the mark, but you're not going to throw out Easton Wolf with a jump like that.
Nope.
He was shot out of a cannon coming off first base. He was standing up before the tag was applied. All right, so Stockwell now has a chance. Easton had to pull second base up, get it reset. All right. So Easton says, I'm good, let's go. Stockwell steps in with one out. 2-0 count on Stockwell. And this is hit high. It's going to be an infield fly, back curls to the catcher, and the catcher puts it away in foul territory. So Stockwell flies out on the infield. Now there's two away.
23. Jaden Lane.
Man, that was the pitch Stockwell wanted. He just got under it a little too much.
See if Lane can do it again. Get a 2-out hit here.
Yeah, Friday night, Lane comes up in the same situation and in the first inning and ripped a 2 RBI double. Wolf goes to third. The catcher can't field the ball cleanly, and we steal third base also. Marshall jumped up and just, he's kind of one of those, he grabbed and came up with an empty hand. He just missed it in the glove, and Wolf able to take second and third. 90 feet away, Lane fouls this one back to the fence. So the pitch was called a strike at the plate. It's 0-2 on Lane with 2 outs. And he fouls this one up and over our head, out of play. Almost put that in the concession stand.
Yep.
Do you get like a free Coke or anything if you hit one into the concession stand? This is hit long into right field.
That's gonna
right
be
fielder
hard.
gives chase and
does
get there.
It hung up.
Boy, I tell you what, Lane gave that a ride, folks, but just a speedy right field out there played by Jeffers, and he's able to camp out and make the play.
So Riders pick up a run, and so it's all messed up on our board, Brian. Let me get rid of that. Riders trail 2-1 after one. We'll be right back.
Granny B Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading Deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
JBA Financial Services brings you Coach Talk, and there's a reason for that. John Black knows that when you're preparing for an important game, you need a plan, and they'd like to be a part of the details, the X's and O's of that plan. He's put together a good team, a coaching staff that would help you and your family get where they want to go. At JBA Financial Services, they're working to secure your family's future. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the second. Riders trail 2-1, but they leave a runner on third. So who we have up for Palestine, Mr. Watt?
Palestine's going to send their DH. This is Connor. Connor, Watcha, and then they go back to the top of the order with Metters. So we got 8-9-1 for Chandler this inning. And Chandler starts him off outside and misses ball one.
Gonna miss again. A lot of action here early. A lot of base runners.
Yeah, both teams being pretty aggressive. So Chandler worked on his release point a little bit. You can tell he's standing up a little straighter this time. The ball's coming out of his hand better. He just hadn't found the plate yet. So 3-0 count. And he bears down, and there's a strike. 3-1. I like, he was kind of falling over his front foot that first inning. I don't know if he was trying to throw too hard, but he was putting everything in the dirt. And there's a swing and a miss, full count. So he's standing up a little straighter, and the ball's coming off much better now. Full count here. And this is going to be hit hard into second and not able to make the play. Boy, Greer gave it a good dive, just past the outstretched glove of a diving Greer at second base. And Connor's on with a single. So Waka comes up. He is the 9-hole hitter. We saw a lot of very late drag bunts from this Palestine team. They did it 4 or 5 times Friday night.
Especially the lower part of the lineup, so we'd expect to see that here.
He's going to show, but he's going to pull back and slash. Pulls back. Pitch was outside, looking for the runner to go. That was possibly a pitch out for Lane. Decent lead over at first, nothing scary. And he does offer the bunt, but bunts it foul, so 1-1.
Right, it's rare that we saw them do the straight bunt, right? They either did a late drag bunt or they would pull back and take a short swing.
Yeah, you're right. Watcha is the first one we've seen offer and actually bunt. And he bunts this foul, so 1-2. I think his bunting days are over at this at-bat. Palestine's holding a little tighter to the bases tonight. We saw a lot of running Friday night against our right-handers, but so far they're holding tight against Chandler. And strike three, another twice the eye strikeout for Chandler. That's his second K.
Let's bring Metters back up.
Good pitch there. He froze Wacha at the plate. Back to the top of the order with Metters and a man on first. That one skips inside.
Ooh,
nice pitch. Stood up nice and tall and delivered a good fastball on the corner. 1-1. That was perfect mechanics from the lefty.
Got a little bit of a bigger lead out there on the first base. Now he steps back.
Comes inside, but yes, sir, he did offer at it. That was one of those where he committed to a swing and then tried to get out of the way at the same time. Ended up pulling his back leg out and falls, but it is strike two. So a 1-2 count with one away and a man on first. Comes back inside, and he fouls this one back.
So 1-2 count here. Runner on first.
And that pitch comes inside. I haven't really seen Chandler stray from that fastball slider. He comes over the top with his fastball, got a little bit of tail on the slider. Haven't seen him go to a breaking pitch yet. 2-2 count. This one hit hard to Link at third. He bobbles, comes up and goes to first. And Stockwell able to stop it, but the umpire's going to say he was safe at first. I think in order to scoop that, I think Stockwell had to come off the bag. So the Riders just having a little problem fielding ground balls cleanly tonight.
Yeah.
All right, so now one out. There's two on. Runners at first and second. This is Vega.
Oh.
And this one hits him on the back of the helmet and goes about 50 feet in the air. That was a tough pitch to take by Vega. He tried to duck, but there wasn't a lot he could do. And Coach Greer's going to come out and visit with his pitcher a little bit. Yeah, that one smarched just a little bit.
Even with the helmet.
Yeah, he was able to turn his head, but he took it right off the back of the helmet and it shot straight up in the air. So we met the bat girl. The bat girl for the Wildcats is actually their superintendent. She is the assistant athletic director at Palestine, but I think her husband is the baseball coach. So she's helping out as Batgirl tonight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we met her the other night in the press box.
All right.
Did y'all talk to her again this evening?
I was able to say hi earlier. She was busy helping get everything set up in the dugout. Okay, well, unfortunately, it is bases loaded, one out after the hit by pitch. And this will be Warren, the three-hole batter, stepping in. Riders in need of a friendly ground ball here.
Or a strikeout. Well, they're going to call that a ball.
Outside corner, and that's going to be a ball. That was that tailing fastball, just able to get enough of it to foul it away. 1-1. This one hit hard. That's down the line and left. 1 run will be in. 2 runs are in. They're waving the 3rd run. The relay gets away. And 3-run RBI single from Warren. I mean, that couldn't have been hit harder, and that couldn't have been placed better. Right over the third base bag and just about 8 inches inside the line in left field, and it went all the way to the corner. All right, well, the Riders find themselves down 5-1 early tonight. Runner at first, 1 out. Cleanup batter Rose at the plate.
Curveball.
And finally, a curveball in for strike 1. I think Chandler has thrown it a couple of times. He just wasn't able to get any break on it. Comes back fastball. This is going to be hit softly to Wolf. He's going to go to first, and he makes the out at first base. That was kind of a slow dribbler. All right, so Rose grounds out to short. That'll bring Marshall to the plate. And he's coming up with 2 outs and a man on second.
Now batting, number 15, Quinn Marshall.
Chandler's going to call time and step away. And a swing and a miss from Marshall. Nice pitch from Chandler. That ball started in, kind of broke out over the plate. Kind of that little cut motion that he has. Runner breaks for third. Lane's going to have a chance. Not in time.
That was a great break.
Oh, he stepped up to stand up and stepped off the bag. Sutton Link put it on him, and the runner is called out on a secondary at third.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you just don't see that very much. Sutton Link had the tag on him. The young man kind of popped up. Instead of keeping his feet on the bag, he pops up, and Sutton catches him in the air and tagged him. So out of the inning.
So with that, though, they are able to score 3 runs off that big hit. And so now it's 5 runs on 3 hits, and the Rough Riders come to bat in the bottom of the second, try to narrow this lead. We'll be right back.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
What's that old State Farm slogan, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there? Well, that could not be a better description than Chris Mayfield of Mayfield State Farm. Since he came to town close to 20 years ago now, he has been the quintessential good neighbor. It's the same thing true of his insurance agency, Chris Mayfield State Farm. When it's broken, it's got to be fixed. You've got to get from one place to the next. But wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to take out a loan to get it repaired? Don't worry, there's East Texas Auto.
Here at East Texas Auto, you can be reassured that your vehicle will be well taken care of and serviced, as communication and transparency are our #1 drivers.
Find them on Highway 96 North.
All right, we're going to start in the second. We're going to have Colt Emanis coming up here for the Rough Riders.
Rose still on the mound, and he skips that one in for ball 1. And a swing and a miss by Emanis. 1-1. Riders need to get some base runners here. We've got a 4-run deficit early in this ball game. And that one goes all the way to the fence through the wickets. 2-1. Long signal from Coach Greer. Emanis drills this into center field and down. Base hit for Emanis. Good piece of hitting. Don't know what kind of signal Coach Greer gave. It was one of those long drawn out, and Emanis just stepped in and ripped that one to center for a base hit.
Number 12, Kason Radney.
It was to get a hit.
Yeah, I think that was the signal. Hit it hard. All right, so Radney steps in with a man on first and no outs. Good lead by Emanis. And Radney shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball low. Radney bunts, pops it up, and foul. All right, count 1-1. Radney's going to get one more chance here to put this down. They pick one. Emanis back, no problem. So if you're Rose, you got to be thinking curveball here to Radney for sure. Runner goes, it was a curveball. Radney swings and fouls it away. Emanis had first base stolen flat out, or excuse me, second base stolen flat out, no chance. Foul ball brings him back, and the count's now 1-2. I don't think it would have mattered. That curveball would have been a strike no matter what.
Yep.
But Emanis would have been standing on second base. They do pick one again. He's back. That pitch outside, 2-2. So Rose kind of has a different look. He turns as a right-hander. He is turning and looking over his right shoulder back towards first base. Usually you see righties kind of look down to their left. He's going back over his right shoulder. And a swing and a miss at the plate is a strikeout for Radney. If you can time that just right.
Number 10, Mason Guerrero.
Yeah.
If you can time Rose looking over his shoulder like that and get an early jump, that'll give you an extra step if you're a base runner.
So this is going to be something new. We have Guerrero as the DH spot. First time Rough Riders have used a DH since we've been covering them.
They go back to first. Well, they are picking on Emanis over there.
Yep.
Yeah, Guerrero DHing tonight for Chandler. With one out here, may have a chance for another bunt play, but that would put 2 outs on the board for your 9-hole batter. Don't know. Oh, and the ball goes all the way to the fence through the wickets, and we're going to get a free base anyway. So that takes that question out. Ball landed about a foot in front of home plate and went right through Marshall all the way to the back fence. All right, so now with 1 out, Guerrero swinging away. He's got Emanis at second. Long look from Rose. This is hit a mile high in the air. Left fielder goes out, shortstop goes out, shortstop calls and puts it away. All right, so now 2 outs.
Now batting, number 6, Jackson Holloway.
Brings up Holloway.
Saw Holloway with an RBI the other night. Hit one hard all the way to the right field fence. Be a good time to repeat that process. Change up and swing and a miss, strike 1. And that pitch well outside, 1-1. Something about Rose, if you've been around the game a while, he has an open hand as a pitcher. You can see the ball when it comes up and over, his hand is facing the batter.
Right.
Doesn't have a lot of wrist snap, so you can pick the pitches up pretty quickly. And a swing and a miss. So 1-2 count on Holloway. You're really able to see the breaking ball.
Right.
And this is going to be fouled into the dugout. Holloway working hard. And Holloway fouls another pitch back. Good at bat for Holloway.
Yes.
All of these pitches are kind of around the strike zone. They're not strikes, but they're close enough. Holloway is doing a good job just getting enough bat to foul them back and stay alive. Don't let the umpire make up his mind. And there's the big curveball, and unfortunately that one got in. So Holloway's going to go down on strikes. The Riders are going to strand a runner at second. Where are we at on the scoreboard, Counselor?
Well, we still trail 5-1. We add a hit, but can't drive it in. So 5-1. We'll be right back.
We appreciate their commitment to our athletes and our community. Be sure to support the businesses that.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down-home clutter. Well, there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down-home stuff to down-home storage. That's what I did.
Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it. Ricky Andrews Construction is your choice for construction projects, large or small. He's the local expert in tile work, and he'll do a painting job for you of any size. And he can work wonders with a bathroom. Give him a call or find him on Facebook.
Everybody, welcome back. Go to the top of the third here. Riders trail 5-1. Need to have a clean inning here, Jason.
I was thinking the same thing. A good 3 up, 3 down would shoot a little life back into this Rough Rider team. They got a chance here. They're going to face number 5, 6, 7. So they're going to see Marshall, Jeffers, and Ordonez.
Of course, I think that bottom of the lineup did a lot of damage to us Friday night.
They did, yeah. This 5, 6, 7 is our best chance. You get down 7, 8, 9, those guys were putting it on us.
Yeah.
Ball inside, 1-1. Chandler working a little quicker this inning. And a good fastball low and away for strike 2. Marshall dove out over the plate trying to catch up to that. Inside fastball, strike 3, another twice the eye strikeout by Chandler. Went way outside and got the swing and a miss and came right back in, low and inside. Had Marshall been able to get any kind of bat on it, it was a foul ball. You don't really hit that pitch. All right, so this is Jeffers. This is hit hard into center field. Holloway's coming on a run, not able to get there. That ball just got up quick, but then died. And falls for a single. So Ordonez comes to the plate now with man on and 1 out. Long signal from the Palestine coach. And a swing and a miss on the outside corner. Chandler's working that pitch pretty well. There was an immaculate inning thrown by a Diamondback pitcher this weekend. Did you see that?
No.
It's 5th inning, 9 pitches, 9 strikes.
Oh,
Set
wow.
all 3 men down. Doesn't happen very often.
No.
And a swing and a miss for strike 2. So Chandler ahead in the count here to Ordonez. When he gets ahead, he likes to come back inside, load on, kind of down around the ankles. And he steps away. Palestine runners not aggressive tonight, not facing our left-hander. Lane's going to go out. He and Chandler are going to get on the same page real quick. Yeah, an immaculate inning you would think would happen all the time, but it just statistically is actually a pretty rare thing, especially in the major leagues these days with some of the hitters they've got. It's just hard to do it. Ooh, and a big curveball. That looked good.
Oh.
Did not get the call.
I thought that was another twice the ice.
Wow. Yeah, that was Chandler's best pitch of the at bat there and did not get the call. Fastball inside, swing and a miss. Strike 3, a twice the ice strikeout for Chandler.
Now batting, number 12, Mason Connor.
I like it when I'm right.
Yep.
He likes that. That's his payoff pitch. He comes inside right on your ankles, and even if you hit it, you're not going to do anything with it. All right, 2 away, man on first. And this is fouled down the right field line and out of play. And a check swing. Did not go. 1-1. Connor the DH here, but he's batting down 8th in the lineup. Runner goes, curveball, and Lane not in time. That
Curveball really
yeah, it
takes
just
it out.
Lane made a good hard effort, but curveball took all the steam out of it. All right, so a 2-1 count to the batter with 2 outs and a runner at second now. First stolen base we've seen from the Wildcats tonight.
Oh!
And a beautiful pitch.
There we go. Nice.
Nice pitch. Count now 2-2. Did
yes.
I miss a?
Yes, 2-2.
Okay, yeah, 2-2.
I was worried if the delay call, the official, the umpire wasn't going to call it a strike.
Yeah, he's pretty lackadaisical with his strike call here. And he came back low and inside. Did not get the swing that time. 3-2. And the strikeout pitch moved just a hair inside, and that's going to be ball 4. That was a borderline pitch there. Batter kind of bailed out on it like he was going to be hit by it and ended up getting the call. So 2 outs, 2 on. This is Watcha, the 9-hole hitter. Tried to bunt the first time up. Not going to bunt here. Outside strike. Nice pitch from Chandler.
Well, if you can get that strike, you need to throw it every time. Oh, yeah.
Comes inside, strike 2. Watcha tried to bail, but that was a beautiful pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Chandler's mechanics. He's standing up a little straighter now, and the ball's coming across in the strike zone instead of below. So 0-2 here. We got time called by the batter. The runners were running. That was a double steal, and the batter stepped out and broke his own team steal attempt there. Don't think that's what the coach wanted.
So 0-2 count here with 2 outs.
Long looks here from Chandler. He takes a lot of time in between pitches and going to step away again.
It's huge, though, what we talked about. We want to get this out. Don't want to put the 9th spot on and have the top of the order come up with the bases loaded.
Absolutely. Delivers outside. 1-2. got a couple of pitches to waste here. That was a good pitch. I think I might stay out there or come back maybe with a curveball from out there. Runners go, comes inside. Lane's going to have a shot, but misses the bag a little bit, not able to get a taggable throw down to third. Good job of Link just blocking that. He had to come over the bag onto the grass, knock it down. All right, so the runners have advanced. Now they're at second and third. We got a 2-2 count on the batter with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss on the big changeup. And Chandler sets him down with another twice the eye strikeout. That's 5 on the night for Chandler.
So no runs here. Have a hit. The score remains 5-1 as the Rough Riders come to bat in the bottom of the third.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to down home storage. That's what I did.
For over a generation, Tomlin Insurance Store has provided life, home, ranch, and farm insurance for the people of Shelby County. Beginning with Judge John Tomlin and his wife Ann, new owners Matt and Mallory Snyder have cut the ribbon on a new tradition, providing insurance for farm families by farm families. In Shelby County, that's a tradition worth protecting. Tomlin Insurance Store.
All right, everybody, we're going to have Greer back at the top of the lineup.
And shows bunt, tries to lay down one, almost got away with it, just went trickling foul. Wasn't a bad idea. The corners were playing back at regular depth. Had he put that down, I think he would have beat it easy. Couldn't keep it fair. All right, so swinging away now. Comes inside, strike 2. And this one fouled away. 0-2 count to Greer. Riders need to stack up a couple of base runners here. Getting into those middle innings.
Yep.
And fouls this one back. Down 4 runs here in the bottom of the third. Top of the order is back up. We need to put a few things together and get some runs on the board. And fouls this one away. So Greer going through a whole box of baseballs here in his at bat. And fouls this one away. And you know that's what his dad's thinking.
Yeah.
My goodness, I don't have that much budget, kid.
That's
what are
right.
you doing? Fouling off those expensive baseballs.
That's right.
And takes that one low inside.
Well, it's probably the 7th or 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, and the first ball. So the count now 1-2. Outside, 2-2. And a high strike 3 call is going to set Greer down. That was a tough pitch to take. It looked high.
Yeah.
But
I think it might have been a makeup call for that last one because I think that last one was.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the pitch previous was more of a strike than that was. All right, Sutton Link steps in with one away. takes a strike a mile off the plate on the outside. My goodness. That one skips in, 1-1. That pitch outside, 2-1. That was the same pitch that got called a strike. And Link swings through 2-2. They are staying away from Link. Everything has been well outside off the plate. They go back outside, full count.
So, payoff pitch coming here.
Setting up inside. And they come inside and hit him.
Ouch.
And he's on with a hit by pitch.
Now batting, number 11, Easton Wolf.
Not sure where that got him. It looked like it might have got him somewhere around the hand or wrist, but I couldn't really tell where
maybe
it
his
got him.
hip.
Yeah, maybe so. He kind of like going away here. You got one out, runner at first, but you're down 4 runs in the middle innings. They are going to try to pick Link, and he's back.
Oh, I heard Alex Munoz. We need to get him over and do an interview. He was an assistant coach of the year.
Really? Good for him. I hadn't heard about that.
Saw that on the Facebook.
They go back to first. So Wolf is yet to see a pitch here.
From the TBCA, which I'm assuming is the Texas Basketball Coaches Association.
And that one checks away. Wolf did not make contact. It goes off the top of the catcher's mitt to the fence, and Link gets a free base. Easton kind of check swinged at it, and the catcher, I don't know if he didn't see it well, but the ball just skipped off the top of the glove. All right, 1-0 count to Wolf. Link is in scoring position here. And there's one out. Change up.
Hard to fool Wolf, but he did.
He looked really, really aggressive in that at bat. I think he thought he was going to get a fastball in that count and ended up going change up, and he just got really hungry. All right, 1-1. And Wolf has to back away. That one would have hit him had he not bounced out. 2-1.
What's the rule on that lock? I mean, when do you have to try to move out of the way, and when can you let it hit you?
So technically, you're not supposed to let it hit you. You have to make an effort to move. That's the rule book is kind of sort of vague there. You have to make an effort, and he made an effort there, and the ball went behind his head. Link's going to go to third. Yeah, so it comes down to interpretation of the wording. You have to make an effort to get out of the way of the pitch. most umpires are any movement they see is going to count.
Right.
All right, so changes the math just a little bit. It's a 3-1 count to Wolf with a runner at third and one out. And this one gets away from the catcher. Link's going to come home, and he is safe at the plate. And Wolf takes ball 4. So Link able to capitalize on ball 4. It trickles away from Marshall behind the plate, and the Riders able to put a second run on. So slowly but surely crawling back into this thing. Wolf is safe at first on the walk, and Trenton Stockwell comes up. They're going to check on Wolf. Wolf always a threat to run. He's got a lot of speed over there. Stockwell swung the bat really well Friday night. We'll see if he can connect something here. They go back to first. We may still be calling this game tomorrow morning at this pace.
Yeah, I know.
Both pitchers taking a lot of time. Wolf goes, and he slid into a tag. That's the only way to say that. He literally, the catcher, I'll give Marshall credit. He put it on the spot, and Wolf slid right into a glove. So Wolf
got a huge jump and
he
then
got
stopped.
a huge jump, but yeah, you're right. He hesitated. I don't know if he saw something, but he hesitated, and that cost him. And then Stockwell smashes one, but it does go foul. I thought that was going to catch the line for a moment. So Stockwell down in the count now 0-2. Now there's 2 outs. This one hit lazy fly ball to left. Left fielder charges in. Shortstop drops the ball in left field territory. And that ball, you're right. You said it. It was trouble. That ball just kind of hung up.
A little gust of wind blew right at the right time.
Yeah, that was kind of one of those weird. I mean, the left fielder was playing really, really deep again against a left-handed batter. I don't understand that. He was so deep he couldn't get there. Shortstop actually got there first. But a two-out single for Stockwell. And Lane takes ball 1 low. Had Wolf still been on base, had he successfully stolen second, he'd easily be at third, possibly had a play at the plate. Lane hits this sharply, but foul. Seeing Rose throw that changeup a lot.
Yeah.
He's really, I don't know, maybe he's getting a little bit tired, or second time through the order, he just trying to mix things up, but that changeup is coming out of his hands quite a bit here. Go back to first. I think it's safe to say Stockwell's not going.
Right.
after watching him play a little bit. And Jaden takes a strike.
That would be hard to lay off that. Yeah. That was right down the pipe.
Ooh, you could see him kind of freeze for a second. So it's 1-2. Time called at the plate. Yeah, again, I understand the right fielder playing where he's playing with a left-handed lane at the plate, but the left fielder's really deep here.
Yeah.
That one skips past Lane, goes all the way to the fence. We are going to get one base for Stockwell. He will stop at second. All right, so now Lane has a real opportunity here with 2 outs. The count's 2-2. Pitch high out of the zone, 3-2. All right, full count, 2 outs. Stockwell will get a head start here. See if Lane gets a pitch he can square up. Outside, ball 4.
There we go.
We got the base runners we wanted. Not necessarily the situation we want with 2 outs, but we will take it.
Number 1, Colt Jimenez.
And looks like we're going to get a visit to the mound from the Palestine pitcher.
So this is the pitching coach, not the manager, I think. So
yeah, that's the pitching coach.
Center opts for a substitution for the runner at first. Tomlin Carter. Carter Tomlin.
So Tomlin's going to come in as a courtesy runner for Lane.
Safe to say the Tomlin family knows a little something about playing baseball.
Yeah.
Good to see another Tomlin out there on the field for the Riders. This is Carter running over at first base. So Jimenez comes to the plate for the Rough Riders. There are 2 outs, 2 on. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Riders need to capitalize here if possible. And this pitch outside, swing and a miss.
All right.
Jimenez backs away from strike 2.
One thing about Rose, though, you can't leave the bat on the shoulder. He's going to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even when he misses, he doesn't miss by much normally.
He's painted some good corners tonight, but comes back with the big curveball, and strike 3. The Riders are going to strand 2 more.
Well, that may be the story of the night. Riders do pick up another run. It's not showing up on our thing for some reason, but so it's going to be 5-2. So we go to the top of the 4th. We'll be right back.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trip. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place. People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects, whether it's exterior or interior. Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's.
Imagine what it would be like to be your tire.
That's not good, man. Watch where you're going.
It ain't easy work, so you don't want to trust it to just any old tire. No, you take your car and truck to Center Tire. It's an old tradition with a new chapter under Trey Burns, because being a tire is hard work.
Are we there yet?
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Everybody, welcome back. We'll go to the fourth. Once again, just to remind everybody, we got Lane behind the plate. Chandler throwing a pretty good game here. Some of these runs are unearned. And, of course, we got Link, Wolf, Greer, and Stockwell in the infield. And Emanis, Holloway, and Radney in the outfield.
Facing the top of the order here for the Wildcats, Metters comes back to the plate to lead things off. He takes a big hook and curveball for ball one. Chandler settled down after that first inning. This is hit sharply foul, so the count now 1-1. Chandler kind of had to get some mechanical things right. He's standing up nice and straight, throwing some good strikes here. Goes outside there to Metters. This is straight up on the infield. Greer's going to call it from second, drifts over, and makes a great play. Folks, that ball was hit 1,000 feet straight up.
Yeah.
Good job by Greer to camp out and make that play. Number 10, Vega, is going to step in here in the 2 spot. I tell you what, I think Chandler's getting stronger as the game goes on.
I think he is too.
Looking better and better. Right down the middle, strike one. Good fastball, got that little tail on the end of it. Lefty on lefty here. Goes outside, 1-1.
He's not missing by that much now, so I think you're right, Locke. He's kind of settled into a groove.
Starting to work much faster, too. That one skips in, 2-1. Lane scooped it and framed it and held it for a minute, just kind of hoping, hey.
Yeah. Just going to miss.
All right, so 3-1. I think I jinxed him.
Yep.
Just talking about how well he was pounding. Now all of a sudden we're out 3-1. Right
there
down the middle. No.
Whoa.
Goodness gracious.
Come
I
on,
don't know
Ref.
where that pitch went. But a base on balls. That's going to bring Warren up with 1 out and a man on first. Outside to Warren, ball one. Outside again. Goodness, that was a strike. The first 2 innings of this game, that was a strike.
It's going to be 2 balls, no strikes here. We have Chandler delivering from the stretch.
And this one hit a mile high into right field. Radney makes the play and throws behind him at first and was not that far off the mark.
Nope.
All right, so 2 away here in the top of the 4th. And the opposing pitcher comes to the plate, Richard Rose. Got 2 outs here with a man on first.
Yeah, like you said, like I don't remember seeing him play Friday night.
He did not play. He wasn't anywhere in the lineup.
Nice pitch.
A little bit of a breaking pitch. Did not get the call.
That looked like a strike to me.
That
Mr.
looked
Locke.
like a terrific pitch. And this drove right at Greer. Greer did not even take a step. I'm not sure he blinked. And he makes the play for out number 3. The Riders have a good inning, able to put up a couple of zeros. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Everybody, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 4th here. Riders trail 5-2, but they seem to be getting stronger as the game goes on. We'll see what happens.
Two innings in a row, we put up zeros. The Riders starting to climb back into this thing.
But on a better bit of news, I was sitting at home last night with my wife Laura, and we were perusing Facebook, and this thing popped up, and it said Coach Alex Munoz, TCA or TBCA Assistant Coach of the Year. And so we were like, that's awesome, because I know you were a finalist a number of years ago. I remember that. But we got the man himself who knows a lot about everything, Coach Alex Munoz. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And so that was for basketball, right?
Yes, sir. It's the TABC Assistant Coach of the Year. So that's voted on by the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches. And
yes,
obviously Coach Harrison nominated me, and it went up to a vote, and I was the 4A winner for this past season.
4A assistant. There's quite a few of you guys, man. That's a big deal. This is a big state.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I say, I was excited when I heard the news. I didn't know it till yesterday afternoon. He sends a text and told me about it. I'm like, oh man, okay. So excited and proud of the accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really proud of you, and that's well deserved and about time.
So a 1-1 count here to Radney. And Radney flies one into left. This could be trouble. Left fielder makes the play and just snow cones it.
I thought he dropped it.
Oh, my goodness. We thought he overran that and dropped it, but Radney gave it a good ride. Leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th. Well, so when you win something like that, I mean, you get like a new car? Is it one of those big checks like we see on TV? What kind of huge prize did you win?
Man, I wish.
Yeah.
No, just the recognition was awesome and great, and very appreciative of Coach Harrison,
right.
And everything that I've learned under him in the past 18 years, getting to work with him, and I learned a lot about basketball, but I've learned a lot about being a coach and being a person, a good person, and helping learn how to mentor kids. And I mean, the life lessons that I've learned over the past 18 years from him has been life-changing, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, we got Guerrero at the plate, and he swings through the first 2 fastballs he sees. So the count's now 0-2 with 1 away.
No, we had Coach Munoz call in during the soccer match for a JBA financial, because we do it. He does, Mr. Locke, Munoz does, that's going to be strike 3, does the JBA financial halftime investment during basketball season.
Right, I like that.
And he comes and talks to us. We are able to do a halftime investment for the soccer match. So have you ever coached? You said you never coached soccer. Did you ever coach baseball?
Yes, sir, I did. My first 2 years, I actually coached baseball. I like the strategy behind it, but you got to really love the game. And I mean, I like it and enjoy it, but, I just –
It's not basketball.
No, it's not. It's a little slower pace. But now, I do like a good old pitcher's duo, and, those are always fun to watch.
Sure.
And I definitely enjoyed my 2 years doing it, but it was time to go on something else.
Well, I think they moved you over to the track, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ended up starting off at middle school track, and then from there I moved up to the high school. And in track, heck, I coached the shot put, discus, and then the last 6-7 years I've been doing the long jump and triple jump. Until, I guess 2 years ago, I had a kid qualify for state, and at that point I thought it was time for me to take the take my bow and
retire.
Go out on a high note.
Oh yes, no, but I do miss it though. I really do miss it. It's fun. Get to see the kids compete in their element, and obviously sometimes you're just competing against yourself, and you can watch the kids do that. It's great.
2-1 to Holloway here, and 3-1 to Holloway. Worked himself into a hitter's pitch. We'll see if he's going to get anything to deal with. 3-1, 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth for the Riders. And he does hit this softly. It's trickling. Third baseman bobbles it. Shortstop bobbles it.
No throw.
And Holloway turns on the Jets, and he is safe at first base.
Yeah, kid can fly. He can fly.
That was kind of one of those in-betweeners. Third base didn't get it cleanly, and shortstop backed it up and kept it on the infield. But there's no way you're going to throw out a kid as fast as Holloway. All right, so a little 2-out infield single for Holloway.
So is there a – hold on a second. I got to get that turned off. Is there a ceremony for this at some point?
Well, me and Coach Harrison were talking about that today on our way to the new district meeting, and he said they'll do something at the TABC clinic.
Holloway's running.
Down.
He's in.
He's in. Yes, sir.
Good job there for Holloway with 2 outs, using that speed to take another bag. Back to you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, he said I earned a plaque. I'll receive a plaque at the TABC Coaches Clinic, basketball clinic in May. So they'll do this award ceremony after around the All-Star game that they put together, and that's typically when awards like that are given away.
Nice.
That'll be exciting. We look forward to hearing more about that. All right, we got time called here. Riders back to the top of the order. Greer is standing in with an 0-1 count. He's got 2 outs and a man at second. Holloway with a lot of speed. If Greer's able to put something out there, it'll score the run. And a swing and a miss. 0-2. So if you're going to come up through the ranks on basketball, Hiram Harrison is a pretty good role model.
Oh, yes, sir, he is. I mean, he's a great one to learn from. And, we've been blessed to have a lot of other good guys work with us along the years I've been here. Coach Chris Randolph that's over at Navasota. He's a phenomenal basketball coach. His dad was a big-time coach in Mount Vernon. He coached basketball for a long time there. He obviously coached with Coach Marlon Cloudy, who's over at Chevrolet now, and Coach Alex Cloudy. So I've been around a lot of good basketball coaches. Coach Kadrian Bryan over at Palestine Westwood.
All right.
So I've been around a lot of good guys around here. Learned a lot of basketball over the course of the last 18 years, but most definitely getting to work with Coach Harrison. That's been fun and informative. That's for say.
And the of course the school district with a new gymnasium to play in. Holloway breaks for third, and he is there. So the Riders with another stolen base tonight. Well, Holloway's got good wheels.
Yeah, we just got to poke one here, get him in.
Yep.
So Greer got a full count at the plate with 2 outs, but Holloway now standing 90 feet away. Anything will bring him home.
Even a passed ball.
And this one's going to be flared foul over the dugout. And this one's going to be flared back.
So yeah, I imagine we'll have our own little private ceremony where they trip to Texas Day Brazil to celebrate this.
Well, there you go.
This thing.
That sounds good to me. That's a reward enough right there.
That's right.
And that pitch low, ball 4. So the Riders doing a little 2-out work here. Greer earns the walk. Runners at the corners.
Sutton Leak is due.
Sutton is due something major. He is a dangerous hitter in this kind of situation.
A lot of different things you can do here with runners on the corners. Do you think about sending the runner at first, putting him in motion?
Greer's got a lot of speed. Yeah, they're gonna do the step to 3 and go first. So that's not surprising. But you're right. Greer has a lot of speed. If you can catch the right pitch sequence, you definitely send him here. They're down 3 runs. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Riders are running out of opportunities to take advantage here. They go back to first directly. He's safe.
I mean, really need to get this run from home or from third home at the very least.
So Link swinging for contact here. We're not taking a lot of pitches. We're trying to put it in play. And there's the perfect strike. That's actually the pitch. I think he was expecting a breaking ball because he was not expecting that fastball right down the middle. That's the best pitch he's going to see. Good lead at first with Greer. They're going to check over there.
So, Munoz, how many years have you been teaching and coaching in center?
I'm finishing my 18th year.
Yeah. That's got to be, are you the longest tenured coach, right?
Yes, sir, outside of Coach Dykes and Coach Harrison.
Oh, yeah, Dykes. I forgot about him.
Yeah, Coach Dykes actually started when I think might have been a junior in high school.
Right.
But outside of him and Coach Harrison, I would be the longest tenured coach here.
All right, so
Did you come on with the? I'm trying to remember because I remember when Harrison got here,
He came on with Coach Callahan. So when I first got hired on, I got hired on under Coach Callahan, and then I stayed through Coach Goodwin, Coach Bowman, Coach Ponder, and Coach Meeks, and then Coach Brown as well.
And a breaking ball is going to miss. I thought it was going to hit Link.
Yeah.
Which the funny part is Coach Callahan actually had me coaching soccer to begin with. And if it wasn't for me and Coach Harrison had a big, sit-down conversation, he realized my love for basketball. He made the trade and traded me.
Greer's going. They throw behind Greer. He's going to steal second clean. Good job by Greer with a huge first jump. Pitcher came off, but he threw behind him. All right, so now the situation really opens up for Link. He's got a 1-1 count at the plate, 2 outs, but he has runners at second and third.
A base knock here would be huge.
Takes outside, misses, 2-1. So Link taking some pretty tight pitches here. Rose goes back to a windup. And this is going to be flared into right. We'll tag.
We'll see. We'll
tag. No, the ball's down, and 2-run score. Link digs for second, and he is in safe with a 2 RBI double.
Yes.
Sir.
Riders are back in this ball game. It's now 5-4. Just a flare by Sutton Link. I think he's hurt himself sliding into second base. Oh, no, that's not what we were hoping for.
No.
He kind of rolled over the top of the bag, beating the throw. Let's see, the trainer's out and the coach is checking him out. We'll see what that ball kind of hung up on the right fielder. He made a good run at it, but we've been talking about it the whole game. They're playing really deep against right-handed batters. And he wasn't able to chase it down. The ball drops about 4 feet inside the foul line for a base hit. And both Rough Rider, because of the 2-out situation, the Rough Riders were about 10 and 20 feet from home plate by the time the ball hit the ground. All right, so Link is standing. We'll see if he stays in the game or if they're going to. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Yep.
Now batter, number 11, Easton Wolf.
Now would be a time for a DQ dinger.
All this is happening, folks, with two outs.
Yeah.
The Rough Riders showing a little grit here. Got 2 men on. Sutton Link able to hit the double down the right field line. Scores 2 runs. It's 5-4. He's standing at second base, and we bring Easton Wolf to the plate. Easton fouls one into the dugout.
Munoz, you may have to stick around for this entire ball game.
That's right. As long as we've had you on the mic, good things are happening.
Well, there you go.
Easton takes a change up and rips it foul. Let's see if he can get one he can reach for.
Link with a decent lead at second.
Rose has made a lot of throws, but he's made them to first base. That one catches. Did it hit Wolf? Yes, sir. Catches Wolf on the hip, and he's going to trot down to first base.
That may not be the worst thing that could happen for Palestine
No,
at this point.
I'd like for him to swing the bat.
All right, so that's probably going to do it for Rose. Yep, here comes the Palestine coach. All right, so the Riders able to capitalize with 2 outs here. It is 5-4. Wolf hit by pitch, put 2 men on with 2 outs. They're going to warm up a new pitcher.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back. The Riders staging a comeback here.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
We're going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your teams,
Ford breaks the tackle. Oh my God.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some rockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Pick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to down home storage. That's what I did.
Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it. Ricky Andrews Construction is your choice for construction projects large or small. He's the local expert in tile work, and he'll do a painting job for you of any size. And he can work wonders with a bathroom. Give him a call or find him on Facebook.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We're sitting here talking about food and making me hungry.
That's
So
right.
we've got Dairy Queen. What's your favorite thing at Dairy Queen, Munoz? We never asked you this before.
Oh man, their burgers are good. I like their Hunger Buster, and I mean, of course, I also like their tacos, which is funny.
Oh yeah,
I am the taco guy.
Yeah.
They have, believe it or not, out of all the places in town, Dairy Queen has the best tacos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When we tend to go there, that's what I order is the tacos, and their pecani sauce tastes really good. I don't know, there's just something about their sauce.
All right, it's 5-4 here, folks. The Riders climbing back in this thing. Stockwell is at the plate. He's got an 0-2 count on him with 2 outs, and the Riders have 2 on.
Well, we know, I don't know if you know this, but they can't go in order the counselor combo. That's an order of tacos and a burger sandwich of your choice. It's the counselor combo.
I may have to use that.
Yeah.
Well outside. 1-2 to Stockwell.
What's your favorite ice cream dish?
You know, it's funny you say
Blizzard.
that. It's funny you say that. I'm not much on dessert, and I'm not much on chocolate, but my favorite one is an Oreo Blizzard. Believe it or not, that's the one I tend to go to. I get me a mini Oreo Blizzard when I'm in the mood for ice cream.
See, that's just an old standby. You can never go wrong with the Oreo Blizzard.
Oh no.
All right, Stockwell able to foul away a couple of pitches here. It is 1-2 on Stockwell at the plate. No wind. It's pretty well died out there. That one hit Stockwell, and we're going to load the bags. Yes, sir. The umpire has called a hit by pitch. He sent Stockwell to first base, and we got Riders.
That's actually a better result for Palestine. If that's a pass ball, that scores the tying run.
Yes, Stockwell's about 8 foot tall, and by the time he realized it was going to hit him, he couldn't move. All right, Jaden Lane, one of the RBI specialists from Friday night, comes up in a huge situation here for the Rough Riders. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Rose is starting to miss the strike zone a little bit.
It's
He's
not
hit 2
Rose.
batters.
This is who is?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. They did make a substitution on pitching. This is Beckham. Beckham finished the game Friday night, but he's hit 2 batters here already. This is going to be hit foul. So an 0-2 count to Lane. Bases loaded, 2 out.
Come on, Jaden, level that ball out.
Pitch high. They throw to third. Not in time. Link able to get back. So 1-2 count to Jaden Lane.
It's no steal on that.
Yeah, the first base is occupied, so Lane goes down on strikes, but not before the Riders. They're clawing back into this thing, folks. They pick up 2 more. It's 5-4, and we'll head to the top of the 5th.
Tonight's base hit sponsors are Farmers State Bank.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Everybody, welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th. Chandler still at it here for the Rough Riders.
I think Chandler getting stronger as the innings go. We talked about him needing to eat up a bunch of innings tonight. He's certainly doing the job. Now, with this being, of course, Easter week and Easter coming up on Sunday, Good Friday, there will not be a baseball game. In honor of Good Friday, the Rough Riders will travel to Madisonville on Thursday night. And Counselor, you said they changed the start time?
They reversed it. It was supposed to be Madisonville here Friday, and then we travel there Tuesday. They switched it and moved the time up to 6 p.m., which unfortunately precludes us. As much as I would like to retire from my day job, I still can't quite do that.
That's right.
So I'm going to be stuck.
We're gonna miss the Buc-ee's trip.
Yeah, we're going to miss the Buc-ee's trip. I'm going to be stuck in Hemp Hill, Texas, until mid to late afternoon on Thursday. So,
all right. So Chandler still on the hump for the Riders. He'll face Marshall, Jeffers, and Ordonez. So 5, 6, 7.
The umpire strike zone has gotten really shrunk.
It has shrunk a lot.
Much to the chagrin of the Palestine last inning. There's going to hit. That's going to be right up the middle.
And that's going to be a base hit.
Get through it.
Marshall rips one up the middle. Start things off here in the top of the 5th for Palestine.
Right.
So a pinch hitter comes in. So pinch hitting, this is number 6, Tucker Bassett. And he is hitting in place of Jeffers.
We also have a courtesy runner on.
We did see Bassett. He was one of the starters Friday night. Coming in off the bench to hit tonight. Shows bunt and bunts it foul.
You know, I think we talked about this. The Rough Rider base, the field looks terrific.
It really does.
Yeah.
You know, it's a challenge to keep down here in the bowl like this. It's hard to keep it going. But I'm not sure where he missed with that pitch.
Either.
That looked really good.
I'm right behind the umpire, and it looked about near perfect.
All right, so the count runs to 1-1 because of the tendency to bunt in this situation. We've got Link standing about 20 feet from the batter.
Yeah. He could probably spit and hit him.
Okay, the bunt is down. Chandler's going to field it, go to second, and no, just off the second base. He had it in time. The throw would have been there in time, but just out of the reach of Greer. Greer, trying to keep a toe on the bag, was not able to make the play. So everybody's safe on the bunt play. There's no outs and 2 on. So Ordonez is going to come up. We actually saw him pitch Friday night. Came in relief for a little bit until Becca came in to close things down.
Yep. No outs here. Rough Riders do not need to give these runs back.
I am guaranteeing a bunt attempt here.
Yeah.
So Stockwell's going to play in. Bunt sign, and it's down the third base line. Perfect. Perfect. They do get the runner at first. The run comes home, and Lane not able to get back in time. Tough play. They make the throw to first and get the out. The runner comes home. Lane was trying to get back in position. Stockwell had to hold it for a moment. By the time Lane got there, it was too late, and the runner is safe at home. Well, Counselor, you called it. We gave 1 run back, so it's now 6-4. Yeah, you could see that. It was kind of like a slow-motion car wreck. You could see what was happening. Lane was caught in no man's land, trying to dive back to make the play at the plate. Stockwell was ready to throw it, couldn't throw it.
That was a perfect bunt, though.
Actually, that was Greer throwing it at first base. I'm sorry. This is fouled out of play. Yeah, Greer was trying to hold it. And by the time Lane got in position, it was too late. So one away. There is a runner at third. And a nice pitch by Chandler makes it 0-2. This is hit hard into right. Radney makes the play, run tags, and is able to score from third. So Radney played for the out, so there's now 2 outs, but we give back 2 runs. So the score now 7-4, Palestine. There's nothing really you can do in that place.
No.
Ball was hit just deep enough to keep Radney in position where he was going to have to make a long throw no matter what. And Chandler misses high. Shows bunt, bunts it down the third base line really hard, but foul. This is Wacha. He's the 9-hole hitter. It's been a tough out in both games.
Yeah,
Wacha's
yes.
been a tough out every time. Takes a curveball, swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Chandler. Hadn't seen him throw that very often tonight, but that one was good. 1-2 on the batter, 2 away. Outside 2-2. Well, Coach, tell us what it looks like for basketball next year. I know you guys, you finish, I think you get, what, at least 24 hours to rest, and then you're thinking about basketball next year.
Yes, sir. We should be. I mean, definitely much improved. I mean, we had a bunch of young kids get a lot of varsity experience. I think we had 5 sophomores to finish out the year, and we had a couple more that played throughout the season on the varsity level. So we got those guys coming back. We have 2 juniors coming back from this past season as well. So definitely we'll be more experienced than we were this year. We graduated 7 seniors from the previous year, and that's a tall task.
Yeah, that's hard to fill in a hole that deep.
Yes, sir. Especially with those 7 guys, they were all very talented, and I mean, 3 of those were on varsity since they were freshmen, and the other ones joined. During their sophomore season. So they had a bunch of varsity games under their belt, and so we basically had to start back fresh over this year. We only had 1 returner in J.K. Barnes. He was our only returner from last season.
Yep.
Well, another strikeout for Chandler ends the inning. That's 6 for him tonight. The Riders unable to close the door. It's 7-4. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
Sparky D's Bargain Store.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Ooh.
Sparky D's Bargain Store.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Everybody, welcome back. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth here, and it's going to be Manus leading off.
Riders able to put up 2 in the fourth, staying aggressive at the plate. He managed backed away on that one, and it's a call strike.
Come on, Colt.
And they go outside that time, and he offered at the pitch, 0-2. And strike 3, 3 pitches, and Jimenez is set down. All right, that brings Radney to the plate. Well, Coach, we know that that you're pretty versatile around here. Tell us about your football duties.
Well, over the last several years, I've been coaching on the receiver side. I've done offense, I've coached offense and coached receivers for the last, I guess since Coach Meeks was here. I've had the opportunity to do offense and call the JV on Thursday night. I don't know what the plans are so much, finalized plans for this year, but when I sit down with Coach Alvarez, I told him I've had offensive experience coaching receivers, and then on the defensive side, I've coached outside linebackers and inside linebackers, and I've spent 1 year as a defensive coordinator back in the 2020 season. So I've kind of dabbled with a little bit of everything throughout the course of the past 18 years.
What's your favorite thing to coach in football?
Man, that's a hard question. I've enjoyed everything. I love being on the defensive side. Thinking through that chess match and kind of trying to determine what the offense is trying to do to you. And I definitely love that part of the game. But obviously, it's always fun to score touchdowns too. So it's, I'm happy on either side. I just love the game. That's what I love about basketball so much too, is that you're involved on both offense and defense, and so I've got equal love on both sides of the ball in football. So,
you got to coach some great players over the years.
Oh yes, sir. I've had the opportunity to coach some great ones. You talk about the Octavius Evans and Jateris and Marmars and Lance and Cashes and Caden Dixons and all that bunch. You've had the opportunity to coach a lot of good ones. I even go back to some like the years I was at DC when I had Colton Crawford, Marquez Hall and Keon Madre Hores. We've had some guys come through Center Texas, that's for sure.
Radney doing a good job here. He's down in the count 1-2, but fouling off several pitches. This one's off his hands. The pitcher bobbles it, goes for a tag. Okay, and they are going to call him out. That looked like Radney was going to sneak through. The pitcher didn't field it cleanly, able to come up with it, kind of swipe backwards and got Radney with a tag. But a nice at bat. That was about a 8-pitch, 9-pitch at bat for Radney. Guerrero, the DH, is going to step up next. This pitch is high. So tell us about the new basketball arena here in Center. What do you think, Coach? Looks pretty nice.
Man, I love it. It's awesome. We've been excited since when you heard we were getting it, and obviously kind of took all the stuff that went on, kind of took a little back burner for a little while. But man, it is awesome. It's a great facility. We were able to host a basketball tournament this year in the early part of December, and obviously it was very the teams that came in complimented it very well, and it was nice to show it off. We thank obviously the community for helping us get that building. It was much needed.
All right, Guerrero works the count here and gets a walk. 2-out walk for Guerrero. We'll see if the bottom of the order can come through again. Holloway steps back up. This is where it all started in that last inning.
Jackson Holloway.
Jackson was able to get on. He stole first base and then stole a couple more. Guerrero's at first with 2 away. Ooh, big curveball, almost got Holloway. Guerrero with a late jump, but he's going to take second easy. Asking if the ball hit him. Holloway, Coach Greer's going to come up and ask about it. Did the umpire call foul? Surely not.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe because they're sending them
Oh.
back to first.
Who called the foul ball? Did the umpire in the field call it? Because the home plate umpire didn't call it. Unless he called it really late after the fact. All right, so now they're going to confer. Home plate's going to go out and confer with the field umpire, and they're going to try to get this right. Somebody called a foul ball. If anything, I thought it might have caught part of Holloway's helmet.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, this is going to be interesting. So we may set a record. We are in the bottom of the 5th, and this game has been going on 2 hours and 15 minutes. And they are going to confirm a foul ball here. Wow. I'm kind of like Coach Greer. You hear the ping when there's a foul ball. There was no ping. But the call is what it is. They send Guerrero back to first. Holloway's going to be charged a strike, so the count's now 1-1. And Beckham delivers low, 2-1.
He's going to step off, spin around. Guerrero with a medium-sized lead. He takes off.
Guerrero goes. He should be there, and yes. The throw bounced in. Not sure the second baseman ever actually caught the ball. Guerrero was in safe. All right, so a nice risky play there, but the rider's in scoring position. 3-1 count on Holloway, so he should get a decent pitch to drive here with Guerrero in the spot he wants him in. There's 2 outs. Oh, and this one gets away inside, goes to the fence. Everybody steals first and third, and the riders are safe at the corners. So the pass ball off the top of the catcher's mitt.
Now batting, number 3, Payson Grieger.
What are they? I mean, they're saying.
What are they saying?
Oh, that's.
Are they saying foul ball?
It was 3-1. I mean, so what's the count now?
Okay, so. All right, so maybe. Okay.
They're saying it wasn't ball 4, but that can't be right. I mean, I'm sitting here keeping track of it, but anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah,
3-1.
That's ball 4 hit by pitch. Ball 4 hit by pitch doesn't really matter. Catcher's going to tail Holloway a little bit. All right, well, let's make it official since you took away ball 4 and put him back, and now he's going to have a bruise to show for it.
Right.
But that might be the end of Beckham. Here comes the Palestine coach. One way or the other, the Riders have 2 outs, but they have runners at first and third.
Right.
And we're back to the top of the order with Greer coming up whenever we finish with the council at the mound.
He's like, stop hitting people.
Well, I mean, Coach Munoz had it right. It was ball 4, or it hit him on the first pitch. He should have been on first base already. They put him back in the box for for ball 4, and he does get hit hard right in the middle of the back.
It's that old saying, the ball don't lie, I guess.
Yeah.
We're going to have to start going to replay, Counselor.
Well, the Riders now have a chance with the top of the order up to once again try to claw back into this thing.
Well, our last 2 runs we scored with 2 outs. Let's see if we can do it again. Holloway goes. No throw. They're going to check it. Oh, and they throw it away at third base. Guerrero scores easily. Holloway's going to hold at third. So Marshall faked the throw to second, tried to throw to third. Ball got away from the third baseman, and the Riders take advantage. So it is now 7-5. Holloway goes from first to third on the overthrow. And it was a ball called at the plate, so it's a 1-0 count to Greer. And that inside, 2-0. Been waiting to say this all night. The tying run comes to the plate.
Yeah.
Well outside, 3-0. All right, Greer taking all the way here. And that one inside, ball 4. So Riders again with runners on the corners, 2 out.
Now batting, number 4, Sutton, Link.
So Link comes to the plate. Greer with a lot of speed at first. Holloway with a tremendous amount of speed over at third.
I'd say, do you send a runner? But I mean, I think you need to make this pitcher throw some strikes.
Yeah, he's thrown pretty wildly the last 2 or 3 pitches. I'm going to make him pitch a little bit. And there's a strike. Big lead from Greer over at first base. Link takes strike 2. Wow, that was a pretty pitch.
Yep.
0-2 on Link. Runner goes, and they hit Link.
Him.
They hit Link. That is another hit by pitch. So the bases are going to load up again for the second inning in a row.
With the Rough Riders' most dangerous hitter coming up to bat. We know where to put him. And that's probably going to be it for Beckett, right?
Yeah, that's what happened to Beckham the other night.
Yeah.
If you remember, we came back in those middle innings and scored a couple of runs because Beckham hit 2 or 3 guys.
All right, well, let's take a quick break while they get the next guy warmed up. We'll be right back.
Imagine what it would be like to be your tire.
That's not good, man. Watch where you're going.
It ain't easy work, so you don't want to trust it to just any old tire. No, you take your car and truck to Center Tire. It's an old tradition with a new chapter under Trey Burns, because being a tire is hard work.
Are we there yet?
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trip. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place. The following fine sponsors back our area teams all season long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Portacool, keeping you cool with the new Apex series. and Sandy Cox State Farm, your county-wide good neighbor. These Pineywood sponsors back our county teams. First National Bank in Tenaha backs the Tigers. Kay's Hardware in Joaquin backs the Rams. Rancho Grande in Timpson says go Bears. And Sandy Creek Land Enhancement is backing the Dragons. They support our county teams, and they also back the Riders.
Everybody, welcome back. We have Ordonez on the mound. He pitched 2 or 3 innings on Friday night.
Yep, same lineup they went with. Beckham came in middle relief, and then Ordonez closed it out. So the Riders doing a little damage here with 2 outs. They have loaded the bases.
Number 11, Easton Wolf.
They've scored 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. The bases loaded. We have 2 outs with Easton Wolf coming to the plate against the closer Ordonez.
Again, I mean, that's, if we get to pick who our hitter is in this spot, this is the guy.
Of course, Wolf hit by a pitch his last at bat.
Right.
Big hanging curveball there, and Wolf able to foul it back.
He just got under it slightly. He was looking for it.
Remembering Ordonez from Friday night, his curveball has more drop than curve. It doesn't have a lot of side to side. It's a lot of up down though.
Taking a lot of time to get the signal.
And Wolf able to drive this hard into right, and it hangs up. Oh, it gets down. 1 runs home. It's tied up. Here comes 3. Wolf digs for 3. They're sending him. They're sending him. Wolf coming for the grand slam. Safe.
Oh, is that it for the?
He's safe.
Granny B grand slam, baby.
Wolf puts 4 on the board for the Rough Riders. It's 7-9. In the field, grand slam home run by Easton Wolf clears the bases, and the Rough Riders take the lead 9-7 here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs.
Yes.
All of this happened with 2 outs.
Now batting, number 7, Trenton Stockwell.
What a moment. The right fielder, folks, made a valiant effort. The young man made a diving play just out of his reach, and the ball goes all the way to the fence. Wolf turns on the jets and scores the inside the park grand slam to put the Riders ahead.
That's a Granny B snow cone grand slam. We'll have to hear from them at this next commercial break.
All right, Stockwell comes in. Bunch of empty bases. 2 outs. 3. Oh, goodness gracious. That ball was way outside, but it's a called strike, 2-1. And this is hit chopper to first. First baseman's going to take it himself, and they're finally out of the inning, but not before the Riders put 5 up. It's been a while since we've seen a crooked number from the Rough Riders. They put 5 on the board. It's 9-7 here at the Horseshoe.
Granny B Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special. For over a generation, Tomlin Insurance Store has provided life, home, ranch, and farm insurance for the people of Shelby County. Beginning with Judge John Tomlin and his wife Ann, new owners Matt and Mallory Snyder have cut the ribbon on a new tradition, providing insurance for farm families by farm families. In Shelby County, that's a tradition worth protecting. Tomlin Insurance Store. Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it.
All right, everybody, welcome back. As the Riders managed to take the lead here as we go to the 6th inning. You said, Locke, it's been a long night, but that made it all kind of worth it right there.
Well, they just kept chipping away and put up a run here and a run there, and finally got into a bases loaded, but it was all done with 2 outs.
Yep.
And you put enough pressure on the other team, they had to switch pitchers. Ordonez comes in, and he left a nice fat fastball out over the plate, and Wolf did not miss it. All right. So here we are in the top of the 6th. Chandler still on the bump for the Riders, pitching well and getting stronger. He's got 6 strikeouts to his name tonight. This one's going to be fouled down the right field line. So they're back to the top of their order. This is Colt Metters leading things off for the Wildcats. Big hook curveball misses.
Still miss.
1-1. Haven't seen Colin throw that a lot tonight. No. Goes back outside fastball. 2-1.
Just don't want to start walking guys. We want to make them earn trying to get back into this thing.
And back outside, 3-1. And Chandler kind of bearing down deep again. Instead of standing up, he kind of falling over that front foot again. Walks meters to lead things off here. Big lead at first for Meters. Nice pitch at the plate by Chandler. Strike 1 on Vega. Another big lead at first base. One. And the curveball, he offers at it, strike 2.
There we go.
Count now 1-2 to Vega. No outs, runner at first base.
There it is. Bye-bye.
Payoff pitch, and there's a twice the eye strikeout for Chandler. 7 on the night and counting. 3-hole hitter Warren steps in. Nice pitch inside, but it's going to miss just barely. Big lead at first, another half step over there. They're going to have to watch Meter. He's going to go. This is hit deep into left. It's hooking foul. Yes, foul ball. All right, so a 1-1 count to the batter with one away and a man on first.
Good pitch.
Nice pitch.
Man, what was that?
Not sure where that ball was. Wow. 2-1 count on the batter. And this is hit hard to right. Radney should make a play, and the ball gets down on Radney and goes past him to the fence. They're going to send the runner from third. Nope, he slides into third. Oh, he wasn't looking at his coach. Coach was waving him the whole way, and he slides into third base. Had plenty of time to make the turn and come home. There's miscommunication there. But it works in the rider's favor. So Coach Greer's going to be out. He's going to talk with Chandler a little bit. That puts runners at second and third for the Wildcats. And Colin Chandler with a great night tonight. Leaves the mound with 7 strikeouts and the lead.
Looks like we're going to go with Zy Barnes. That's a young man you coached in basketball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was a great one for us this year. I mean, he was dependable, played hard, and, you know, heck, he's long and had a really good shot on him. He's one of our three-point shooters.
Zy seems to have an unusual style that really confuses batters through their first couple times they see him. So
yeah, he's so tall and long, you just naturally assume you're going to get a smoking fastball, and the ball just kind of flutters up there. His delivery is kind of unique. He doesn't come with the full overhand. It's more of almost a shot put delivery.
But he's been effective. Coming in at a huge time right now.
He's a really good change of pace. First of all, they're going from left-handed high heat throwing Chandler to right-handed, much slower speed. So this will be a good. It's like going to a straight changeup pitcher all of a sudden.
Right. Ooh, me. So it is. We're 9:35.
Well, I'm committed to this. I told my wife I was going to come watch the baseball game for a little bit. And
that's right.
So now I'm committed. I got to see this thing through.
That's exactly right.
So Zy Barnes is going to come in here with one out. There's runners at second and third, and he's going to face the 4-hole hitter Rose.
Oh, me. Yeah, so here we go. So runners on second and third, one out. Riders with a 9-7 lead here.
All right, Zy Barnes, it's your ball game. And it's going to be ball high.
Do have a place to put this batter.
Ooh, nice pitch from Barnes. My goodness. 2-0 to the batter. Not sure where that ball was. And that's a makeup pitch.
Yeah, the one previous that was more of a strike than that one.
Yeah, that ball was 2 inches outside the one previous, but called strike 2-1. 3-1. And this one foul back, full count. Comes inside and misses.
I think he hit him.
Did he catch his jersey a little bit? So Rose is going to be on. It is bases loaded with Wildcats and one out. And number 15, Marshall, comes to the plate. Wildcat catcher. Inside, ball one. Looks like Barnes is trying to maybe aim the ball just a hair too much.
Yep.
Kind of going to have to rear back and let it go. This one hit hard in the gap. Wolf, no chance, goes to left. One run is in, and this ball game's tied. So 9-9. We have a nail biter here at the Horseshoe. So a 2 RBI single for number 15, Marshall, ties this back up. And that'll send number 6, Bassett, to the plate. He has runners at first and second with one out. Pitch outside, ball one. Right down the pipe, 1-1. This one hit and foul. Zy jammed him right in on the handle. Ooh, nice pitch from Barnes. They're going to call it low, though. Count now 2-2. This hit hard right at Wolf. He'll make the play in the middle. They get one for sure. They come across. Not in time, so they take the out at second. All right, so now 2 outs, runners on the corners. Lane steps out. We've got a defensive play called. They're going to send number 4, Ordonez, who is the current pitcher, to the plate. Runner goes. They do throw to second. They do have a rundown on.
They're going to try.
And they throw it away. They throw it away. Lead run's going to score. And Ordonez goes all the way to third, or excuse me, the runner that was in the rundown goes all the way to third base. Riders had the opportunity to get out of the inning there. Just took their eye off of it for 1 second and threw the ball away at first base. All right, so Ordonez is going to step in. 2 outs. Wildcats have taken the lead again. It's 10-9. He shows bunt and pulls back, so ball 1. Nice pitch from Barnes. 1-1. And strike 2. Barnes putting a couple of nice pitches back to back. The count's 1-2 with 2 outs. Runner on third. And this one fouled straight back. And a swing and a miss. A huge strikeout in a huge situation for Zy Barnes. Wow. Not before the Wildcats able to come back, tie this thing up, and put the go-ahead run across the plate. It is 10-9 coming back for the bottom of the 6th.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Sparky D's Bargain Store.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Ooh.
Sparky D's Bargain Store.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Everybody, welcome back here. We're going to start. Looks like we're going to bring Lane, Jimenez, and Radney to the plate here at the bottom of the 6th.
Ordonez still on the mound for the
number 23
Wildcats. It's a great ball game. If you've been with us the whole game, I mean, there are numbers on the board, a lot of excitement, a lot of base runners, hits. We've had it all tonight.
Hit by pitches.
Lots of hit by pitches, stolen bases, a couple of bunt plays.
In the Park Grand Slam.
Riders find themselves down 10-9 here in the bottom of the 6th. Jaden Lane rips one. Second baseman's going to make a stab, and he does make the play. Hard hit ball by Lane.
Now batting, number 1, Colt Jimenez.
Now, if you're Jimenez, they've been pounding him inside all night. There's strike one. And the big curveball drifts too far away, 1-1. All right. They go back outside, strike 2. So 1-2 to Jimenez. He's yet to swing the bat. Going to have to get aggressive here in these late innings. And fouls this one back. And that pitch low, 2-2. Going to get a hard fastball right here.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to tee off
That's right.
now. This pitch. There it is. Able to get a part of it. Good job by Jimenez. Fouls this one back, stays alive. Frankly, I think he's going to get the same pitch.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe a little further outside, but same pitch. Yep, there it is, and he fouls it back again. Good job by Jimenez here, fighting off a couple of good fastballs. Chops this one off the plate back to Ordonez, and they're going to throw him out at first base. And Jimenez stumbles and goes down, but I think he's okay. So finally gets one, not able to square it up, but he puts it in play.
Number 12, Kason Radney.
So Kason Radney comes up with 2 outs. We've seen this work in our favor before. Bottom of the order and 2 outs has actually been a good thing for us. That pitch outside. And that one in tight, misses, 2-0. And foul back as well.
What he was looking for, he just got swung under it, I think.
Boy, that was a good pitch to hit. Radney pulled the trigger at the right time. So the count now 2-1 to Radney. Big looping curveball, misses, 3-1. All right, once again, he's put himself in a good spot. Let's see if he can handle this one. And fouls the fastball back. Full count. And they're going to call strike 3.
Ouch.
It was in under the hands. Tough pitch to take from that position, though, with 2 outs, full count. And Radney's going to go down on strike. So we're headed to the top of the 7th. Riders find themselves down 10-9, but a lot of fight left in these Riders. We'll come back and play the final inning.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trip. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
All right, everybody, we get to the top of the 7th.
So this is the 8-hole batter to be Connor, Watcha, and Metter. Zy Barnes on the mound for the Riders, trying to close this thing out and keep it close.
Right, we don't want to give them any insurance runs here.
It's a 1-run ball game. Nice pitch from Barnes, and does not get the call. Boy, the strike zone, guys, has shrunk inning after inning after inning.
That was a strike. All I go.
So a 2-0. This is hit hard. Wolf knocks it down. Comes up throwing, but not in time. That was well hit deep in the hole. Wolf did a good job just keeping it on the infield. So the Wildcats have their leadoff hitter on. Walker. 9-hole hitter comes to the plate. He has been a tough out. Big lead over at first for Barnes. They show bunt, take the pitch, outside, ball 1.
The Riders will have Holloway, Greer, and Link.
Bunt.
They're bottom of the inning.
He takes that pitch, 2-0. Yeah, I mean, and really that's where our productions come from. I mean, those late 8-9, 1-2 kind of guys are where we're getting the runs tonight. This is bunted cleanly. Barnes is going to field it good. We make the out at first. Everything nice and safe. So we're back to the top of the order for the Wildcats. This is Colt Metters coming up. And he's going to hit this into center field and caught. Holloway with a good glove on that. Nice job chasing that one down. And there's 2 outs.
Well, that wind made it tricky, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was hit right at him, and the more we watched, the more it curved, and Holloway had to make it a little more interesting than we thought it was going to be. So Vega comes to the plate with 2 outs and a man on second. takes ball 1 outside. Nice pitch. Lane had a good idea. Runner was drifting way off second base, not able to make a clean throw.
Are they calling out a ball at the plate?
Yep. 2-0 count at the plate. I'm telling you, the strike zone is shrinking. (3-0). And a strike call finally, 3-1. And ball 4. So with 2 outs, the Wildcats have runners at first and second. This is Warren, the 3-hole hitter.
So the first pitch was a bit high for a ball.
And that one's going to catch the batter, a hit by pitch. And we load the bases with Wildcats. Coach Greer going to come out, check on Barnes.
Oh, he's going to give it up.
All right, so is this Greer? I believe that's Greer coming in. All right, so Greer's going to step in from second base. Zy Barnes is out of the game. Guerrero is going to come in and play second.
Right, is that Greer or is that Link? I think that's number 4. I think that's Link.
Yeah.
Is it Link? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. That is Link. So Link comes in.
Greer's going to third, and I think Jimenez came in to play second.
Yeah, they pulled Jimenez into second, Greer to third, and Guerrero goes into left. So a 4-position switch here to get Link on the mound. Bases loaded, but 2 outs.
Imperative we get the out here.
Got Rose, the cleanup batter, coming to the plate. Tell you what, if you came and watched the Riders tonight, you got your money's worth.
Absolutely.
It has been a whale of the ball game.
All right.
Okay, well, Link, time to pull out the Superman cape, coming in a tough spot here. Top of the 7th. Riders find themselves down 10-9 with 2 outs and bases loaded. Ball 1. And another ball 2, both of them low, right in front of the plate here. We're gonna nowhere to put Rose. That one skips away, and a run comes across the plate on the pass ball. So it's now 11-9. Runners at second and third. It's 3-0 to the batter. And ball 4. Back to bases loaded, 2 outs. Not altogether a bad thing in that situation.
Right.
That probably a wise choice is to go ahead and put the cleanup hitter on in that position. Of course, you put the cleanup on, you got to deal with Marshall, who led the 2-run rally in the 6th. And a strike from Sudden Link. And this one hit hard right towards short. Wolf comes up clean, and they take the out at second. So the Riders out of a jam, but they do give up 1. It is 11-9. Counselor, we're coming back for the bottom of the 7th.
Can't wait.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trip. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Be easier to do that.
Well, did he hook up the thing to do it with?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, everybody, welcome back. It's important. We're discussing player of the game for the Rough Riders. Of course, a lot of it still depends on what happens. We're hoping there'll be some heroics in this bottom half of the 7th. So maybe the player of the game has not yet revealed himself.
Tell you what, this has been a great ball game to be a part of. Riders down to their last 3 outs, but it has been a back and forth battle. You got your money if you came tonight, folks. We're going to send Guerrero, Holloway, and then back to the top of the order with Greer. So 8, 9, and 1 for the Rough Riders. Ordonia is still on the mound, trying to close things out here.
Oh, Mason.
Mason Guerrero.
Wildcats with 11-9 lead. Big curveball misses high.
So Guerrero's job is to get on base.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
If you got to wear it, hit it.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Outside, 2-0. All right, he'll take all the way here. And strike one, 3-1. All right, this is the one you work for right here, Guerrero.
Yep.
Oh, does not swing and takes the outside fastball, but it is called a strike. Full count to number 10. Outside, ball forward. No way did they call him out on strikes. You got to be kidding me. That pitch was 6 inches outside, folks. Wow, what a tough call for Guerrero there. He's called out on strikes. My goodness. Holloway steps in with one away. First pitch fastball for a strike. And a swing and a miss. Holloway's down 0-2 here. And high, 1-2.
Yeah.
Throwing the curveball here.
There it was.
And swing and a miss, strike 3, and go back to the top of the order. Greer's going to come up, but we have 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, number 3, Kason Greeter.
All right, Greer. The hopes of the Rough Riders pinned on Greer here to get on.
Pitch outside, ball 1. Got to be super aggressive here. And this hit a mile high into center field. The shortstop goes out. Center fielder calls him off and makes the play. Thought there was going to be a collision for a second, but it does not go the Riders' way. And that's the ball game. They're going to go down to the Palestine Wildcats 11-9.
Well, that's disappointing. But what a game here for the Rough Riders. They will fall 11-9. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be the Aurora Concepts postgame show here next on NETSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance towards the healthiest lifestyle possible. We offer a full spectrum of family medicine, including scheduled appointment, mobile vaccine units, sports physicals, and walk-in visits with no appointment. We accept all major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we also have the most competitive self-pay rates in the area. For highly trained expert care in East Texas, choose Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
Everybody, welcome back to the Aurora Concepts post-game show here live on NETSN. The fellows are meeting out in center field. As soon as they are done, we will have Jason Locke meet with our Center Motor Company player of the game, which I think we decided was going to be Easton Wolf on the strength of the Granny B Inside the Park Grand Slam. Colin Chandler also an honorable mention here this evening with his strong pitching outing. There's something to smile about again with Wyndham Family Dental. Again, it's going to have to be the Grand Slam here by Easton Wolf. We'll hear from some Wyndham Family Dental when we come back. We'll be hopefully Mr. Locke will round up the coach.
At Wyndham Family Dental, it's always about family. Their family welcomes you. Their family takes care of you. At Wyndham Family Dental, it comes down to this.
If you have something to smile about, smile.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
JBA Financial Services brings you Coach Talk, and there's a reason for that. John Black knows that when you're preparing for an important game, you need a plan, and they'd like to be a part of the details, the X's and O's of that plan. He's put together a good team, a coaching staff that would help you and your family get where they want to go. At JBA Financial Services, they're working to secure your family's future.
Everybody, welcome back to the JBA Financial Coach Talk coming up here in just a moment. This is the Aurora Concepts postgame show. We'll see if Mr. Locke is going to catch up with Coach. He's still coming in from the outfield there. We see our players coming in after a hard-fought game here. It's going to be a tough. There we go. A very tough game here. There we go. All right, Jason Locke. You down with the coach? All right, so Jason Locke, you ready?
Come here. Chandler.
Mr. Locke, go ahead.
All right, I'm down on the field here. Going to get a reaction from Coach Greer, a fantastic ball game, Coach. We're going to get a couple of our players over here in just a minute. What's your thoughts coming off the field?
I thought we played a great game. I thought the pitching was very good. I thought, putting the ball in play, hitting the ball, running the bases was good. Defense was good. We just had a few mishaps, had a couple errors here and there. We just got to play a complete ball game. Like I said, I thought we had some spurts where we were very, very good. Then we had some things that let us down a little bit. So we just got to put everything together. And like I said, great pitching by Colin tonight, great hitting by Easton, and like I said, a lot of the guys put the ball in play and got on base.
Well, it was a great game. If you came tonight, you got your money's worth. We're going to get a word from the starting pitcher for the Rough Riders. Colin, how did you feel tonight?
Felt really good. Felt good on my fastball, my slider, and changeup.
What's it like playing in an intense game like this, back and forth?
It's pretty intense. Going through inning after inning and trying to do your best.
Looked like your defense had your back tonight. How does that make you feel when you're out there pitching?
It was good. We had a couple errors, but it's fine. We got back up. We fixed it.
Well, a great job tonight on the mound, going deep into the ball game. Of course, things got a little hairy there toward the end. We got ourselves in some good offensive situations, and one of those, Easton Wolf was able to come through in a big way. Easton, I'm not sure I've ever seen an in-the-park grand slam here at the Horseshoe. Tell us what you were thinking in that at-bat.
Just trying to get the ball down. I knew he was going to throw. He ain't going to throw me a fastball. So
hit it. Once I seen he dove for it and missed it, I knew I was going to be home.
So you knew coming around second base that you were digging all the way.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. Well, what did it feel like coming through? Have you ever hit a grand slam in a high school game?
Oh, no, sir, I have not. Not that I remember. First started hitting home runs this year anyways.
Well, it was a great moment for the Riders to be able to come back. What did it feel like going back in the dugout?
Well, it was pretty good. Teammate was up on me, and then we just couldn't get it done after that. But, we always got next game. We'll be all right.
Well, Counselor, got a couple of hard-fought heroes down here on the field tonight. We inside the park grand slam. Got Mr. Chandler pitching deep into a game with the whole team on his back. Couldn't ask for more tonight. You got your money's worth if you watch the Rough Riders.
That's right. Thank you, Mr. Locke, for down on the field. And now we'll come back up to me. And what a heartbreaking loss here for the Rough Riders. We had this thing fought back and took the lead and then couldn't hold on to it. But, man, what a fun game to watch, like Mr. Locke said. We hear from Aurora Concepts, and we also hear from Center Motor Company, which brings us our player of the game tonight, Easton Wolf, along with an honorable mention with Colin Chandler. We'll be right back.
Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you. They listen to you. They're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
When you think Center Motor Company, Billy Don, what do you think?
Trucks, and more trucks.
They have pre-owned vehicles.
Yep, and a lot of them's are trucks from all brands, makes, and models. But the Ford trucks, man, they got a fleet of them.
Yes, they do.
Come on down to the corner of Hutcherson and Hurst, Center Motor.
All right, folks, welcome back. It's the final segment of the Aurora Concepts post-game show live here on NETSN. Rough Riders drop a heartbreaker here in center to the Palestine Wildcats, 11-9. Palestine had a lead. The Riders that come back off the strength of a inside the park Granny B grand slam by Easton Wolf and take the lead 9-7, but end up surrendering 4 more runs to lose 11-9 here. Well, the Rough Riders will next play the Madisonville Mustangs, play a game. It looks like it's going to be Thursday because it was Good Friday, so we don't play on Good Friday. We moved it to Thursday, and then they bumped the start time up to 6 p.m. We will not be able to get there in time to cover that. So unless there's always a chance there's some bad weather where the games don't get played until later, and if that happens, then we can.
Well, and
try to be there to cover it.
And Coach and I were just talking about that coming off the field, and he said the other issue, you've got a couple of things this week. You've got Good Friday that kind of moves the schedule. You've got bad weather predicted, and he said there is right now a shortage of umpires.
Yeah.
He said it's really hard to cover all the games when they start moving the schedule around.
Right.
A lot of challenges for the game on Thursday.
Yes. And again, just so we give the umpires a hard time, but we do appreciate them coming out and doing that.
Can't do it without them.
Can't play it without them. Well, Mr. Locke, thank you very much. At the very least, what we know is that we will be back here Tuesday.
That's right.
Here at the Horseshoe with a game against Madisonville.
And that schedule is also in flux due to the umpire situation coming out of the Easter holiday. The game there is a possibility it'll move to Monday, so just stay tuned. But we'll have to see. If the umpire situation doesn't get any better, that Tuesday game will go to Monday.
All right, well, folks, thank you for tuning in. Again, another huge, exciting game here, but the Rough Riders end up coming up on the short end of the bat, 11-9. We'll see y'all next week. This is the counselor, Stephen Shires, along with Jason Locke, saying good night.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.